I think we are flawed humans.
Okay.
So I think that's it.
Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Emilio, and this is Let's Roll Characters, the show where my friend Christian and I roll new characters for D&D 5th Edition based on different sets of prompts and parameters, ones that we dream up or which come from you, our fellow nerds.
That's right. We're a couple of fledgling DMs who are more or less obsessed with the game, and we thought it would be cool to bring you everyone's favorite part. Let's be real. Character creation.
All right, Christian, let's roll characters.
So, we forgot to do a theme song last time.
We haven't done it the last 2 times.
Oh, really? I guess we're just not doing it then. Boom, 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 boom. Characters, gonna roll characters. All right, Emilio, so we're going to roll for race, class, background, and gender. So, Emilio, roll me a D10 for race.
You got it. An 8.
Okay, Emilio, we're going old school. We have a human.
Oh, our first human.
Our first human. All right, so we have a human. Give me a D12 for class.
Okay. A 9.
We have a human rogue. Emilio, give me a 20 for background.
27.
Okay, we have a guild artisan, Emilio.
Oh, yeah.
All right, roll me a D4 for gender.
Here we go. It's a 1.
Okay, we have a male human rogue who is a guild artisan.
Any thoughts on this character initially?
Emilio, I have little to no thoughts on this character. I have to tell you, every time that I have gone through the player handbook and thought, oh, what kind of background might I want? I go, okay, acolyte, whatever the next one is, whatever, guild artisan, it's like it's not even there.
Skip.
It's immediate skip. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to be learning something about guild artisans. I think we're going to be learning something about ourselves. And hopefully, we'll be teaching our audience a little something too.
One can hope. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I really don't know. I guess my only initial thought is what art does this artisan practice? But anyway, let's get to my favorite part, the ability scores. So, as you may know, Christian and I have a little competition here. We alternate our roles and keep track of who's rolling the highest abilities each session. So let's start with strength.
Okay, hold on. Just before you jump right in there, we got to go over what the score is. We have done 3 pilot episodes and 1 real episode, and I won every pilot episode.
It's true.
But you won our first real episode, which also was on your birthday. So here's what I'm willing to do, Emilio. I'm willing to call it even, 0 to 0. Let's say that your birthday win was equal to 3 pilot wins. But you need to know, here on out, it's a blood sport, baby.
I'd like to think that I win when it counts, Christian.
You'd like to think you win when it's your lucky day, but today is not your lucky day, Emilio, and you're going down.
I am rolling 4d6, dropping the lowest. Here we go, strength. It's a 10.
Oh, Emilio, your bluster was for naught. You will see that the humblest of the 2 of us, it will surely be the victor today. Here comes my dex. That's a 10.
I'm excited for this character already.
Yeah, our guild artisan. Oh boy, I've always been excited about guild artisans.
All right, let's see if we can do any better with Constitution. A 10.
He is about as awesome as I've envisioned a guild artisan to be. All right, maybe he makes up for all this mediocrity with really high intelligence. He has 15 intelligence.
Wow. Yeah,
which maybe is This seems appropriate, perhaps, for somebody who is a guild artisan. I don't know. I don't know anything about guild artisans.
All right, let's see what his wisdom is.
Okay, let's see.
Again, extremely high, a 16.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. All right. Well, so you are up by one, Emilio.
Up
Here
by
comes
one.
our charisma roll. What do we got? Whoa! A 17.
Wow.
Yes!
This guy is all charisma. And that's going to put me at a 36 and you at a 42.
Oh, Emilio, that was really difficult for you. I'm so sorry.
If only every day was my birthday.
All right, Emilio, so we've got our basic characteristics determined, and normally what we would do here is take a look at subrace, but in the player's handbook, there isn't a subrace for the human. However, we are looking at a guild artisan here, which means that we can roll for his guild business. What do you think about that?
Yes, more rolling, the better.
Okay, give me a D20 for guild business.
All right. A 13.
Lucky 13 gets us a painter, limner, and sign maker. And a limner is...
Let me Google that for you.
Good enough too.
A limner is a painter.
Especially portraits.
Oh my gosh, this person is a thief.
He's definitely an art thief. Are you thinking art thief? Or maybe he's a thief who like reconstructs paintings and replaces them and takes the original or something like that?
A forger.
A forger. Yes. Okay, what we can do now is go over to the class characteristics, take a look at the proficiencies, take a look at the expertise, which bumps up our proficiencies as well, and let's see what we can find for this rogue guild artisan who's some sort of forger of artwork.
Well, okay. I mean, there's some obvious ones here. Stealth, sleight of hand, acrobatics, deception, even performance. I mean, really, this is sounding like a really well-rounded rogue thief of some kind.
I think he should be able to investigate as well, so that he can learn about a situation or learn about a piece of art or something like that to really scrutinize it.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of this person taking their time. They're a bit meticulous and they like to really plan things out.
And they're really smart and wise, and so that makes a lot of sense. And then for the expertise, I think we should really go hard on investigation and either sleight of hand or deception. He's got very high charisma, so deception makes him like really killer.
I think that's how he does his work. He talks his way into art galleries or rich people's homes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're really going to make this character somebody who uses his wits and charisma in order to steal and be a ne'er-do-well. So our skill proficiencies, we're going to start with deception, because he's going to be lying through his teeth in order to get what he wants. We already have persuasion as part of the background, so another proficiency we're going to do here is performance, in case he needs to get up and do a song and dance in order to make something happen. Then we're going to bump up his investigation as well, because investigation is how he's really going to scrutinize the pieces of art that he's going to be forging. Then we're going to do sleight of hand, because he is a thief, so he needs to be sharp with that. When we bump down to the expertise, we're going to bump up some of the things we've already got skills in, and so we're going to make him really good with deception, and we're also going to make him really good with persuasion. So he's really going to be a force when he's interacting with NPCs in order to pull one over on them.
Yeah, I'm really imagining like a Thomas Crown affair, like a really kind of high-class art thief. So, Christian, normally at this point, we would start plotting out our personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, but we didn't really have a sense of this character when we started. So let's back up a little bit and just think about this person's backstory. What do you have in mind?
One of the things that's kind of playing out for me is I'd like this guy to have started out as a guild artisan, so that's his background, but something happened in order to make him turn the skills that he had as a painter, limner, sign maker, and instead turn to a life of crime. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. What made him turn, basically? Do you have any ideas about that?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is kind of a Breaking Bad scenario where maybe they were sick or someone in their family was sick, so they needed to get money, and this was the only way they could think of. That's maybe a little bit cliche, so I wonder if you have any thoughts other than that.
So I like that thought, and I could absolutely go with that. We could also talk about him being wronged by some noble of some kind or some patron of some kind,
Hmm.
and he got stiffed on a bill or something, or he made a masterpiece and then it was stolen or destroyed, and he put everything that he had into it.
I really like that. They got screwed over by someone wealthy, and they decided, I don't need to play by the rules anymore.
I think that what we have coming together here is somebody who is kind of resentful of his station in life. He thought, oh, I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to get the job that's going to finally make things come together for me. But then I got conned. I got conned by this stinking noble. And you know what? I've had enough. I am going to start getting what's mine, starting with maybe even stealing from this noble, replacing some priceless painting of his or some treasured painting with a forgery. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, now I'm thinking that they might need to have something even more serious happen to launch them on this path. Like
Ooh.
their shop gets burnt down.
What if he painted this incredible work of art for this noble who turned out to just be awful?
Hmm.
And one night he's in his studio and he wakes up and the place has been set ablaze. And he rushes out of bed, and through some series of events, he learns that actually it was that very noble who attempted to take care of him so that he could never make something as beautiful again.
I love it. Yes, that is a great idea.
Yes.
So, Christian, I think we've really got a character coming together here. To make them come alive now for role playing purposes, let's lay out those personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws.
Boom, 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 boom. Characters, gonna roll characters. All right, Emilio, so we've decided that for our personality traits, we're going to start with, I believe that anything worth doing is worth doing right. I can't help it. I'm a perfectionist. So absolutely, this is his whole deal, is being the best. And frankly, he was the best until tragedy struck. The second personality trait, kind of related to being the best, is I'm a snob who looks down on those who can't appreciate fine art. So this guy is a true artiste. Even with his conning and his forgery, he is still this guy who is an artist who is not going to settle for crap, basically. With the ideal, we're just going straight for greed. You know, he was burned, literally, and at this point, he is only in it for the money. He is going to get what's his, basically.
Hmm.
Then for the bond, we're going to go with kind of one that we didn't even realize was one of the bonds when we were coming up with the backstory. It's just a little too perfect. I will get revenge on the evil forces that destroyed my place of business and ruined my livelihood. Which I
Hmm.
guess goes to show you when you don't use the guild artisan, you have no idea what the possibilities are. And then finally, we have the flaw, which comes from this pretty tragic sort of turn of events, which is I'm quick to assume that someone is trying to cheat me. So finally, we have a fun part, the alignment, and a not so fun part, sometimes difficult, sometimes we have no idea what we're going to do with this part, which is what name we are coming to.
Anytime that a character is interested in money, I always think of them as lawful.
Is it going to be neutral evil?
Yeah, that sounds good. It's partly about enriching themselves, but it's also partly about getting back at these people that hurt them.
Yeah, okay, I think we're going with neutral evil here. And what about a name for our human rogue male guild artisan?
Yeah, so they're an artist. I mean, the Italian names are the first ones that are coming to mind.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of names that are names of famous people from our universe. What's the name of that grocer that's in Harvard Square in Cambridge?
Um,
Cardullo?
yeah, Cardullo. That's pretty good.
Cardullo! Cardullo?
Cardullo is great.
Okay. All right, let's go with the name of a grocer in our childhood home, Cardullo. What do we think for last name?
I kind of like the naming structure that you use in the game that we're playing in Raucous, where it's like first name of the something. Maybe it's Cardullo of the magic brush, or Cardullo of the canvas, or something related to their work.
Cardullo of the subtle brush.
I like that.
Cardullo of the subtle brush?
Yeah, that was the name of his shop as well.
The subtle brush?
The subtle brush.
Yes. Oh, I
That's
like
very
that.
good. Christian, I think we have it. Tell us about Cardullo of the subtle brush.
Well, Emilio, Cardullo is somebody who comes from a relatively humble background, and he worked his way up, and he really honed his craft as a painter. He did so well that he was actually commissioned by a local noble. He made the most beautiful portrait that you could possibly imagine. So beautiful that this awful noble decided that he could never make another portrait for somebody else again. So in the middle of the night, Cardullo was in bed, and he woke up to flames surrounding him in his studio, and he was just barely able to escape. After that happened, he decided that all that work, everything that he'd done up until that point, was not the right move. He needed to get even. And the way he started to do that was to become a forger. So he has really honed his craft along these lines, and he is ready to just take down anybody who wants to steal from him or who doesn't deserve what they have. He's going to get his.
I love it. Christian, I think we have our character. What do you think?
Yeah, we do. And now, so do all of you. We've left appearance, equipment, and other things for you to decide. But if you want to bring Cardullo of the Subtle Brush into your campaign, go ahead and click the link in the description below for the PDF.
Yeah, and as always, if you enjoyed Let's Roll Characters, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment, especially on the type of character that you'd like to see us bring to life in a future episode.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
All right, now go play some D&D.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we have a guild artisan. Guild artisan. Guild artisans. We are looking at a guild artisan. We know about this guild artisan. Guild artisan. Guild artisan. Guild artisan. Guild artisan. Yeah, our guild artisan. Oh boy, I've always been excited about guild artisan.